Give me a whiskey. Ginger ale on the side. And don't be stingy, baby.
Well, I could serve it in a pail, if you like.
Suits me.
You're Greta Garbo?
Of this I am aware. You like film?
Oh, I like yours. I guess you could say I've been a fan of yours since before I can remember. It is an honor to meet you, Miss Garbo.
They tell me this. Shko? Gee, I needed that bad, all right. What did I say? Was I funny? You want to be like Garbo? First lesson. Garbo never laughs. So, you like my work?
Oh, I've seen everything you've done. My friend Ruth and I, we used to go every week.
What is your favorite?
The Saga of Gloucester Burning. You were magnificent.
I know.
Well, you picked such wonderful work.
I do not choose. They call me on the telephone. They say, "We got a picture for you." I ask one question. Is it a Garbo picture? If yes, then I do it. Perhaps we make a picture of your life. Would you like that?
Oh, I don't know. Is there time?
Here. Choose. Tell me, who will play you?
This one.
A fine choice. But come, you'll be late. For what?
Come on, Gerda! It's starting! We'll miss it! Supernova, please. There's a front you can get us.
Oh, it's unassigned. Sit where you like.
Stage 1, this setup.
Gerda, what are you doing? Do you hear that? Is that music?
Come on, it's starting!
Sorry. How can one change one's entire life and build a new one on one moment of love?
And yet, that's what you make me want to close my eyes and do.
What is that? Is that singing?
I look German, I speak German.
What is your name?
Gerda Taro.
So you are a Jew. You don't like admitting weakness? Of course not. Who would?
Well, my father never allowed it in our house.
Ah! Good backstory. Yes, useful. Builds the character. Your father. Yes. My father will work? Show me. He was a hard man.
He had principles. He was always careful what parts of him we saw. He only ever swore in Yiddish. And he maintained a curious debate with tears.
If you children mix yourself up in a fistfight or lose in a scuffle, do not come home for comfort. Your black eyes and bloody lips will be proof enough of your failure. Crying is prohibited in this house. Did Isaac wait when Abraham held him down on the altar? Ha!
My father wore the rubber-sole shoes of the peasant Jew all his life. His footprints as big as a buffalo's pounding along the side of the farmhouse. His voice, the brassy bass on the Sabbath. Like a siren song on a distant ship. Or a lone poet on the hillside in the solitude of ruins. That's what Hebrew seemed like to me growing up.
12 tribes of Israel wrapped up in one man. Yes, good, but it needs something. Show him softer, something human.
What is it?
I have a tickling in my tummy.
Well, stop touching at it, Gerda. Don't you know? That's where the soul lives.
I always took the soul to be a physical thing. When we were growing up in Reutlinger, I thought our souls were the white nappies Mother hung out to dry on the balcony. My soul and the souls of my brothers, pegged to a line, snapping in the wind.
And now you don't believe in such things.
Well, how could anyone believe in anything like that now? If God exists, he had turned his back on the Jews. This new Germany, she reeked of smoke, of leather, of well-polished boots, saddlery and belt buckles. I wanted no part of it. I remember the day my mother was thrown out of a Gentile store. Her scarf had fallen in the doorway and she was bending to pick it up because the shopkeeper had pushed her. A blue scarf speckled with snow. Oh, the memory of it blocks up my blood like a hematoma. Later, people began filling the streets, the rallies, the arenas. Laughing women, proud-eyed men, smiling, happy couples taking their children. I recognized our pharmacist in the crowd. The Nazis weren't fanatics. They weren't monsters. They were our friends. And they knew what was happening. So I left. My father was all grinding teeth and clenched fists like a stevedore in a Cheviot.
Crying will not be permitted. You will rise above all moments of feeling. You must hide your weakness. They will always smell fear. You have to see them coming.
And one day, they did.
Rising threat. Show me your best defense.
Your boyfriend is a communist.
Oh, Georg? Oh, well, he never tells me anything.
All your friends are communists.
I only fraternize with good, honest Germans.
You were found with communist materials, Bolshevik filth.
Another student gave them to me. I didn't know what they were.
Did you ever accompany Georg to meetings?
No, never. I love the Führer. Oh, say, what's a girl got to do to get a light?
See? They believed you. I played my part well.
You would have been proud. I felt like you.
There are moments in every life when one has to think faster than everyone else. When one has to evaporate into the air, disappear, slip out, become someone else. The power of one's performance can determine one's survival. It is here or there, this way or the other, black or white. Take the first train. Make a choice. They believed you. They let you go. And so you left.
I knew they would.
How?
Because of my star.
Look, little trout. Watch them. And they're shooting stars. Make a wish.
Years before, when I was small, my brother and I watching the lights fall in the black ink of the sky, like handfuls of salt.
Stars have guided sailors for centuries. They send energy across millions of light years. A message in a ray of light. A record of all that has ever happened, preserved in the firmament. Somewhere in the galaxy, the words of the prophets are still floating across the universe. And now they're here, passing by us, saying hello to us. A gift from heaven. And that one, well, that one is yours.
Funny the things you remember. The memories that slither beneath the tall grass of childhood. But yes, I played my part and they let me go. So I went to Paris. I went to Paris with Ruth. We moved into a small apartment on the Rue Lobineau, hundreds of miles from home, in an attic in the Latin Quarter, with water stains on the ceilings and pipes that sounded like constipated whales. Paris was a cold chill in a sky of lead gutters, open windows, and the world's ideas. Montparnasse cafes became the center of the world for the newly arrived. You went there for a job, for gossip, for the memory of the land you had lost.
Fascista! Feel the put!
Run, little trout.
I'm scared.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. It was 34. Everyone was political.
How's work? Just another day at the Centre for Refugees, Section 4. On the downside, I had to send 18 new families onto other neighbourhoods where I know they'll also be rejected because those districts don't have any more food or shelter than ours does, which made me want to curl up and die. But on the plus side, my manager gave me a new pencil, so that's nice. Have you seen the new posters? Snatching bread from French mouths. Who hasn't? They're everywhere. The Parisians will embrace you and then leave you shivering on the street if they think you're about to take what's theirs. Well, they don't want us here. They're willing to hide us from the Nazis, just not feed and clothe us. You need to see the brighter side. What you need is a real easygoing man. That would help. Maybe that way you'll be less likely to complicate your life. I mean, let's be honest, Gerda, you really don't know how to be on your own. Well, I'm not on my own. I have Georg. Georg's in Italy, he doesn't count. Well, then I have you. Why do I always end up playing the nurse? Oh, this is the worst brunch in history. Today I met a semi-crazy Hungarian. He wants to photograph me. Said he needed a model for an ad series he's working on. Imagine me, the face of shampoo or face cream, get seen with distinction, or because it's not for the timid, zero danger Paris. Is he going to pay you? Just another Jew from Budapest who doesn't have a franc. Ugh, typical. Is he at least good looking then? Come see for yourself.
Enter the love interest. He has nice eyes. Not sure about this beard, though. How can one be expected to sell 100,000 tickets if one cannot even be trusted to shave?
It's good. You know your angles. Your friend, I say she know her angles like an art. No? You like art?
Some.
I know all the greats in the city. I take you.
Andre, how about this one?
Tomorrow, I take you.
Why the fire under your ass?
Well, some things are worth seeing as soon as possible.
It's late. I should go. You can't leave me with Hungarians. Fine, but another half hour and I'm gone.
Yeah.
Photography fascinated me. The spectacle.
It's good. You do this before, huh?
The painstaking process of framing a shot.
Don't blush. I can tell it's good.
An exercise in absolute precision.
What isn't? A woman should know who she is. After all, she has enough men on hand to tell her.
It's almost like hunting.
Hunters are better paid.
Oh, you like her? Shim covets her, knows her measurements off by heart.
35mm Leica with a focal plane shutter.
I rescued her from pawn shop. She's, how you say, my girlfriend. I cannot live without her. When I die, she go with me. Look at the sun. Through the branches, it's like an art, no?
Almost September now.
No, time fly when you're young and far from home.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Oh, apologies. No harm.
So you're both photographers?
Yes.
I photographed Trotsky when he returned from Copenhagen. Then last month I photographed two men, one fat, one thin, both in suits, very famous.
Churchill and Chamberlain?
Laurel and Hardy, when they tour Europe. I show you.
This man talks too much.
You earn a decent living?
Not really. Half of the refugees in Paris are photographers, or want to be.
I have everything I need here. My lens loves you.
I thought your camera was a woman.
Well, she is. I mean, the curve, the belly, the soft leather, yes, but the lens. He hunts, he waits, he takes aim. What can that be, other than a man?
You gentlemen thirsty?
Yes.
I know a place.
Of course it does.
Whatever's cheapest.
Perfect.
Rye bread, cheese, white wine.
Oh, it's Man Ray. The man beside him with the tie and the hatchet face is James Joyce. A strange man, Irish, but worth listening to when he's drunk, which is often, huh?
Oh,
Hungarian Bresson. He is my friend. Sometimes he lets me develop pictures in his, how you say, bidet.
You seem to know everyone.
Well, we've been here over a year trying to make our way. I work for Regard. Andre, well, he's freelance.
If they label you as a surrealist, it's over. You become a real hothouse flower. But you say you press photographer, the world is yours. Do you remember the rebellion at Palais Bourbon against the Ladier?
We read about it.
I was at the Place de la Concorde, tried to cross the bridge at the Assemblée Nationale. Over 200 police officers on horseback, bands, cordons. It was impossible. That's when it happened. The crowd, they surged forward, they fired, they screamed, they broken glass. None of the street lamps worked. The only light was from torches and bonfires. Smoke everywhere. The police, they shot at us through the trees. 12 dead, over 1,000 wounded, and the worst part, did not get a single damn photograph. Not enough light.
This man is a cocky little sparrow who hides his broken wing.
1,000 people wounded, and the biggest tragedy was that you didn't get a picture of any of it.
That's okay. I land on my feet. I'm like a cat. Do you know what being lucky is? It's being in a bar in Berlin when some Nazi pig begins to smash in a Jewish couple's face and you get your camera out just in time. It's something stuck to the bottom of your shoes. You either have it or you don't. My father had it, so I have it.
Sounds like the cobbler did.
But I don't have it always. When the secret police in Budapest took me, I was 17. They asked no questions. They not listen to anything I have to say. The man in charge, he whistled Beethoven's Fifth as he smashed me in the ribs over and over. First time he hit me in the face, he gritted it, offered him a second go.
What did he do?
Well, he hit me in the balls. Then he hit me till I blacked out. I was in a coma for 2 weeks. When my mother waked me up, she gave me 2 shirts, 2 pairs of trousers, pair of boots, and put me on train. I never see home again.
Don't you miss it?
What's to miss? It's just a place where we were happy. Sometimes not even that. If I happy here, if I happy there, what difference does it make?
So here we are, 2 Jews in Paris, huh?
No. You are an atheist. You do not get to call yourself a Jew. You just carry around your sadness and call it Jewish karma. You make your life more complicated than it needs to be.
As do you, in admittedly a different way.
Oh, on devrait t'arrêter, hein? Pour l'excès de beauté sur le voie publique, non? J'aimerais être une goutte de sang pour mieux connaître ton... Hey!
Now!
Oh! Poisson gratuit. Merci, monsieur.
Not the first time you've done that, is it?
Well, you presume too much.
Well, it doesn't mean you need to stay just facing.
He didn't want trouble. I didn't have to hit him.
Is that what you are? Trouble.
Well, maybe not for you.
Watch. You'll wind up sleeping with him. Not for all the money in the world. I've made plans to go see him. I bought a ticket. What's wrong, Gerda? Aren't you bored of always going to the same places with the same people saying the same things? Why? Everyone does that. I don't have a place here. Not really. You're overthinking it. It's not hard. It's Paris. It's a party. You seen him again? Who? At that thing last night. When I went out to the balcony.
Is it you?
Well, not always.
Turning point.
Your hair, your dress, I didn't recognize you. Looks good, huh?
I don't know. Perhaps. Thank you. I try. It's impossible to look good in old clothes, but I can't afford anything new. I just came for the view.
Hey, it's not surprising. On nights like these, people leap from bridges.
What?
Nothing.
No, really, what?
It's just that sometimes I think about killing myself.
Oh.
I just got back from Saarland, you know, League of Nations, Guten Tag, Bonjour, all that. I went with Gerda. You remember my friend Gerda? Looks like what would happen if Dostoevsky fucked a red Indian.
Yes, you introduced me earlier, with that exact same phrase, actually.
They have these lists, and they're nailed to the street lamps, and the men, they drink in the churches and they pass out by the rubbish. The sky is this filthy grey like it's been rinsed in shit. The swastikas everywhere. And the people, they go in and out of the churches and the cafes and they greet each other like this. Heil Hitler! But they say it all casual. Like they're saying Merry Christmas.
Must have made for some good photos.
Who gives a shit? The assholes no credit me. Gerda's name got on, but my name is nowhere. It's like I'm nobody, like I don't exist, like the photos were not even mine. Like I'm just a ghost with a camera.
That's when you decided to save him, isn't it? He might not have deserved it, and it was going to cost you something. But still, you decided to save him.
Don't worry. I know what you need. From now on, I'm going to be your manager.
Operation Image Makeover began as soon as possible.
There is nothing wrong with the way I dress.
Well, you look like a refugee, and nobody wants to employ refugees. Your hair needs cutting. Your clothes are a disgrace. You slouch, you belch, you swear, you drink too much, smoke too much, you bite your fingernails.
Tell him about the beard!
Well, we can't all be refined like you. I am who I am. I like it.
Wouldn't kill you to shave either.
Amen.
Better now?
I was thinking something a little more drastic. We need to make it more garbo.
What is a garbo?
Philistine.
Where are we going?
I'm taking you shopping.
Oh, for what?
An air of success.
Donne-moi une suite au Ritz, je n'en veux pas des bijoux de chez Chanel, je n'en veux pas, donnez-moi une limousine, j'en ferai quoi? Offrez-moi du personnel, j'en ferai quoi? Un manoir à Neuchâtel, ce n'est pas pour moi, offrez-moi la tour Eiffel, j'en ferai quoi? Je veux l'amour, la joie, de la bonne humeur. Ce n'est pas votre argent qui fera mon bonheur. Moi je veux crever la main sur le cœur. Allons ensemble découvrir ma liberté. Oubliez donc tous vos clichés. Bienvenue dans ma réalité.
I feel like a bullfighter.
You look like Robert Taylor.
My eyes, though, it's still the eyes of a gypsy.
Well, I can't fix everything.
Stage 2, the new situation.
Have you seen it yet? The new edition of Vue. There it is, there it bloody is. Photos by Endre Friedmann. Oh, don't look at me like that. It's nothing. A temporary alliance.
You say so.
Well, it's not like I don't get something in return. He's teaching me photography.
Did you bring your extra roll of film?
Couldn't afford one.
Well, we will have to make every shot count then.
That's all it is.
What exactly is going on in the bathroom?
Well, it's our dark room. Andre and I are developing.
Clearly.
Yes.
There's red cellophane on all the lamps. It looks like a brothel and it smells like a pen factory.
It helps me to think. Like when I lay on the roof at night and look at the stars.
There are no stars in Paris.
She is wrong, for Garbo is here.
I could always see my star. Or feel it there somewhere above me. And the cafe's red lanterns look like new constellations created by the universe. I was learning. I liked the Leica. It was small and light.
36 shots, and you do not need a light stand. Come,
Where?
to the hunt. Only we shoot our prey with light instead of bullets. You must be ready to shoot not a second before, not a second after. You must be glued to your subject. Go ahead, try. What are you waiting for? Take the shot.
It's not all there. I can see it with my eyes, but in the lens, it becomes something else. This thing, it feels like a weapon.
Well, it could be, but it would be yours once you learn how to use it properly.
This will work. Move forward. Press on.
It's not like your films. It happened gradually. An evolving reliance. Andre slowly inserted himself into our lives. He became a part of the furniture. And some nights he even brought his own. Like the night that he got us a new roommate.
Show, don't tell.
Ladies, may I present the finest seabird this side of the seven seas, Ruth and Gerda. Captain Flint, Ruth and Gerda.
Oh my! Where is he from?
From Guyana. He is a well-traveled bird, a veritable poisson of culture and society.
Poisson means fish.
Poulet, then.
That's chicken. Perroquet is parrot.
Oh, look at his beak! Oh, look at his little black tongue!
What's wrong with him? He looks like he's been run over.
Well, he has been in the wars, yes, but who hasn't? He cannot fly, but this will make him easier to catch.
What?
He's a gift for you.
Well, we can't keep a bird. We can barely keep ourselves.
But think of the joy he will bring.
No, we're not taking him. You can't just drop a budgie in our laps and expect us to care for it. These little bastards live for years.
I'm going to teach him French. In a month's time, he'll be as nonchalant and insufferable as the rest of the city.
Why does he keep whistling the Turkish march?
Oh yes, he does that. You know, thus far, nobody knows how to make him stop. Enjoy.
So then we had a parrot. One that couldn't fly and just waddled about the apartment bow-legged.
Second lesson. You there? Come here, boy. Now, when you kiss, you must tilt your head up into his arms. Like this. You find your light. The camera loves a sigh, perhaps. Or a beaten lip. You may go. Garbo is finished with you.
Why are you showing me this?
So you know how to kiss him.
No.
You fight like lovers.
We weren't. Not then.
Well, he's attractive. In a street dog kind of way.
Georg. He wrote to me every week. And I had booked a ticket to go see him in San Giovanni.
Yet you loved Andre.
You can't ask me things like that.
Third lesson. Garbo must always love. It is not a weakness. We all must follow the demands of the script we are given. We're born with a mapped out route. This one, not that one. It is one way and not the other. You choose without choosing. That's how it is.
Come, Gerda, look at the time. Double bows, thread them through. I've shown you. You're really late for swimming.
Double bow and loop-de-loop.
Come down to the river. We'll throw stones.
God, my shoes will get muddy. Papa will be cross.
We'll clean them off with the blades of grass.
Really?
Swim, little trout. Swim as fast as you can.
I envy them. Just still like who they are. I never understood this connection that we were supposed to have to our ancestors.
When we were expelled from Egypt.
Listen, I was never expelled from Egypt. For better or worse, I cannot carry that load with me.
You don't believe in that kind of we.
Organised groups are just a bunch of excuses. Only your own actions mean anything, and even then, well...
Yom Kippur is coming up, isn't it? The day when each man should forgive his neighbor. Maybe you should try forgiving yourself.
For what?
Surviving.
south, throughout Europe, we are left with only one solution. Unite the communists, socialists, and republicans into one popular front. What do you think, Captain Flynn? Think this will do anything whatsoever? Well, because we must have a purpose, be useful. Otherwise, just what is the point of us? Well, yes, I know what the point of you is. You're the world's leading parrot pirate. Fear of every scurvy dog this side of the Atlantic Ocean. Even Hitler doesn't dare touch you. Damn right. What to do tonight? Shake up or lard again? Third time this week. I don't drink too much, you drink too much. Look, there's a star. And another. Look, that one. That one is mine. Can you smell that? It's from the lime trees. Oh, look at this place. It's such a mess. Look here. Uncle Andre. Right before he left for Spain. Well, no, I didn't take it. I haven't actually taken any yet. Well, not properly. I guess I'm waiting for the right subject. Oh, fuck it. I'm going out. Ruth! I mean, he can install himself in any situation and be instantly at home, even when he doesn't know anyone. As if it's up to everyone else to adapt to his rhythm. Oh, like that sodding parrot, he just strolls in and dumps on us.
I bloody love that parrot. Even if he won't talk to me.
Oh, what he likes in French, he makes up for in cracker consumption.
Have you seen the idiotic way Andre keeps his developing liquids on the top shelf in the bathroom?
Seen it? I thought one of them was my shampoo and he burned my tits off.
Oh, and he's always showing up here at the last minute. A bottle of wine under his coat and a basket of trout.
Do you not like trout?
I love trout. But that's not the point.
Oh, you're right, but the wine-bringing, trout-offering bastard.
I mean, who even is he? He said he was nothing. And you know what? He's right. If it wasn't for me, Berliner Illustrierte would never have given him that job in Spain.
You told him to go.
But he's having a ball over there. Probably blown all his money and spent all my drinking with a flamenco dancer.
Spain isn't that bad.
He wrote to me, you know? Here.
You have to experience
Oh,
this.
no, not that bit. The end. Read the end.
Sometimes I wish you were here.
See? What? He said he missed you. He said he missed me sometimes. Sometimes. Bastard.
Jesus, what happened? Who did
Are
this?
you alright? What is that smell?
Let's see what we can save. They can't have destroyed everything.
It's never going to stop, is it? It will always be like this.
It's either them or you, little trout. When the moment comes, you must be ready.
Damn it.
Stupid little Jew. Are you going to give those Scotsmen the satisfaction of bringing you to tears?
Oh! Ruth, you should go upstairs.
Why?
They boiled Captain Flint alive.
You have to leave this house.
Oh, what good would that do?
They didn't have to kill him. He liked absolutely
I
everybody.
will take him outside. You don't have to see this.
Wait.
Britain is continuing to stand firm in its refusal to support France in trying to detain Hitler's remilitarization of the Rhineland, which is causing friction between the two long-standing allies. On the border of Abyssinia, Mussolini continues to mass his troops on the point of invasion, and tension is now flowing onto the street with hundreds of protesters filling Paris.
Give me a photograph, and I'll build you the world. Give me a camera, and I will show you a map of Europe, an alien continent with all of its contours under threat, emerging from the acid in the train. An old man at Notre Dame, a woman in mourning before a tombstone in a Jewish cemetery, a boy lifting his hands in a Warsaw ghetto, a soldier with his eye bandaged dictating a letter. Dark buildings in the flash of an explosion. The geometry of horror. I rushed through the days like cigarettes, and then, suddenly, without expecting it, June 24th, 1935.
You're here.
Come away with me.
You want me to just go back?
No matter. I'm tired. I need a holiday. Besides, Berlin Illustrator paid me quick, so I have all these francs that are, how you say, burning all the hole in my pocket.
All right. Why not? Look, our souls are drying.
What'd you say?
Nothing. Just something my father used to say. How'd you get that scar?
Oh, I was born with 6 fingers. The doctors removed it when I was a baby. The midwife, she told my mother it was a sign of good luck.
And that one?
I got hit by a stone.
Oh, maybe the good luck wasn't working that day. Do you like it here?
I like the castle.
That's Fort Royal. There's a story about the prisoner who lived there. And no one ever knew exactly who he was or what he'd done. He wore a velvet mask with iron fittings. He was tall and dressed in the finest of clothes. And his guards were under strict instructions to never deny him anything. Succulent delicacies. Everything he asked for. And when he died, they buried him without his head. So no one could ever recognize him. So I guess we'll never know.
You have a gift for telling stories. You know, it's funny. I never thought talking could be better than fucking. Apologies, I just mean, you know a lot of things.
Alexandre Dumas, The Three Musketeers. Do you like to read?
Books would be better if they had more pictures. All these words is just another way to lie. A picture is always just there. You know, it's always true. It's just click.
Good night.
I'm tired.
Yes, that's why
No,
I said
I
good
mean,
night.
I am tired of living without you.
Then?
A lion's photo? Well, it certainly is an incredible achievement, Miss Eisner.
And do you know what makes us so, Gerda? Our photojournalism. We employ only the best.
Andre tells me you have a nose for it.
Well, I speak 5 languages, and I usually know how to get a higher price when I try to sell one of Andre's photos.
That's good, I can use that.
Miss Eisner, I should probably tell you I don't actually have any technical skills in photography.
I'll leave you in the office, running my books.
Oh.
Eventually there may be a position on the field team. What interests me most is your point of view. We're looking for a new perspective, a modern one. We need someone with enthusiasm, yes, but also precision. We are seeking the strange.
What is this?
Well, that's Georg. I've told you about him.
He's tall. Taller than me? What kind of a man is blonde? Looks like he plays polo.
Because of course you've had no other women but me.
So you think about him still?
Oh, Endre Friedmann, are you jealous?
Just answer the question.
Oh, what are you going to do next, Howl at the moon? Bring me grain and try to nail a child into my belly?
Would you like that? Would you like a little baby gypsy? A screaming, misbehaving child like me?
Not if it's as hairy as you.
Still with the beard.
We could tell him the story of the pirate parrot that ruled the 7 seas and whistled the Turkish march. Then at night, we could watch him curl up asleep in his crib and then run back to bed to make more. Wouldn't you like that?
You're not a communist, are you? I simply cannot abide them.
No.
Good. For the left are lost. They fight for justice and amnesty for prisoners, for the people's right to form trade unions, to reduce the working week and to promote peace in all its forms. Whilst just last week 100,000 Italian troops invaded Ethiopia. Tanks and mustard gas against bows and arrows. Oh, and what do the mighty governments of France and England do? They give out sanctions.
Of course. It's not in Britain's interest to stop Mussolini.
Why not?
Well, they still want him to buy their oil, for one.
Europe is asleep, and I want to wake her up. Can I count on you?
Where have you been?
It's my birthday. Happy birthday, Andre. Oh, I thank you, kind sir, for I believe it is your birthday as well. Well, yes, it is. Happy birthday.
I arranged a party for you. We didn't know where you were. You said you'd be back by 9.
Party? Well, where is everybody? I see no party.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Everyone's left.
Well, why do you need me to come home, huh? When you have Georg. He wrote to you.
No, I'm sorry. I've had less than 5 hours sleep a night for over a week. Maria has been working in that office like a dog. I have 9 contracts to settle for Alliance by next week. And there's also bookkeeping I'm meant to be doing, but I spent all day fighting to get you a better price for your photos. And that's just business as usual for me. I fight every day for you, like my life depended on it. So excuse me if I'm not up for debating a postcard with you tonight. Look, I don't want to fight this. You are such a child.
Maybe. But at least I'm not boring like your big blonde Russian. Tell me. Who is better at fucking you, huh? How does he do it? Like I do it? Is it better with him? Do you like him more with me?
Do you want to talk about being boring? Do you know how many times women like me have had conversations like this with men like you? It's ridiculous. This macho pride, this stupid ego you all have. You can't see what you've got. You just want more. To be the only one, only you, nobody else, not now, not before, not ever. What do you want me to do? Walk out that door and go back in time 10 years? Who do you think you are? Do you actually think the world began when you were born? For the love of God. What about that short-haired heron you photographed for Vogue? Did I ask you anything about her? didn't stop you telling me about it in every kind of detail. The Hungarian bastard, damn you! I actually thought you'd be different. I never want to see you again. I want to be alone.
Don't we all, darling?
Stupid, vain bastard. Bastard! Bastard! Bastard!
Gerda! Christmas!
So cold.
Where were you?
Around. Ruth told me about your father. I'm sorry.
It no matter. He was a gambler in all things. Came over from Transylvania without a truro to his name. He wanted to see the world. Did I ever tell you the time that he used a bill from a restaurant as a visa to cross the border?
Yes.
Always play the game like you have an ace up your sleeve. You act like a winner and you will win the game. Sometimes life calls you bluff. To kill yourself is not always a cowardly act. It can be brave. Papa played the only hand he had left.
How long have you been here?
What time is it?
11:30.
Is it still nighttime?
No.
Is it still Wednesday?
No.
Then I have been here a long time.
It would be better if you headed home, right?
With you?
With me.
You must always be wary of the gamblers in this world. They will never be the most intelligent of people, but they will be the most intuitive. They will have an eye for the details the rest of us cannot see. They will put their lives on a horse, this one or that, and then just slip it in their back pocket at the last moment. They treat their lives like games. They destroy themselves. And unless you're careful, they will take you with them. Red, black. It's either this or that, here or then, us or now, dead or alive. Now, go and get some milk and a poppy seed cake from the baker's. Dinner's almost ready.
So you took him back and continue to work.
It is impossible. We work, and for what? We can't even afford wine or the good cigarettes. And these newspaper bastards, they never pay on time. How can I make their pictures if I can't afford film?
We need a new way to make money.
But how? I only know how to do this. That was a good one. You look like someone else, like your Gabo, I think.
Someone else. If this doesn't work for Endre Friedmann and Gerda Taro, then let's be someone else.
What you mean?
Well, for years in Stuttgart, I played my part. I looked German, I dressed German, I spoke German, but it didn't matter. The Nazis still hated me. But here, we don't have to be who we were. We could be something else. Anyone we want. Just pick a name, anything. Who do you like? Just say a name, someone famous, someone you want to be.
Frank Capra. He's good, not as good as me, but he's famous.
Yes, that'll work. Another.
That man you said was handsome, like me.
Robert Taylor.
Ah.
Yes, he is, but you're better looking.
Robert Taylor has no beard.
And you look like a Bob.
Bob. Bob. Hello, I am Bob.
Robert Capa. No, not quite. Sticks on the arm. How about Capa?
Photos by Robert Capa. Yes, it's good. He sounds like a famous.
Let's make him American. Europe loves Americans, which will also make him harder to find. Capa will be very rich, very talented. Everyone's talking about him.
I like him.
And famous. Most famous photographer in America.
I am not a famous.
No, but Capa is. And you're Capa now. Well, it doesn't matter if it's true. We'll make it true if we say it is.
And who will you be? A beautiful Mrs. Capa.
I feel like this is where I come in.
I want to be like Garbo. Maybe Garo?
Taro, like your friend, the Japanese.
Taro Okamoto?
Ah.
Yes. All right. Gerda. Gerda. Gerda Taro.
The same syllables, the same music. It could be Swedish. It could be Spanish. Maybe Bulgar.
Anything but Jewish.
We really do this.
Well, what kind of world do you live in if you can't even choose your own name?
You knew exactly what sort of world you lived in. One that did not want you. An air of success. A begets success. Split yourself in two, become someone else. 3 parts.
Explain this to me once more.
Oh, it's simple. Mr. Robert Capa has recently returned from Miami and is now available for a limited time in Paris. He's employed me to act as his agent in all engagements whilst he's in the city. He doesn't have long as he's booked to shoot for Life magazine next month. There will be, naturally, heavy competition for Mr. Capa's work, but as we work together, I thought you should have first refusal.
Capa. Robin Capa. He's a photographer.
Robert Capa. Oh, the Robert Capa. Surely you've heard of him.
Of course! We would be delighted to have him work for Alliance. Perhaps you could set something up. I would love to meet him.
He's a very private person.
I see. Well, I do need someone to photograph the 20th anniversary of Verdun, to be present at the ceremony. It will be an important event. Solemn affair. I would have asked Andre, but he can be, well, his appearance
Of
is
course.
always...
I think Mr. Capa may be persuaded to do it, but I'm afraid I couldn't let his negatives go for less than 150 francs.
Well, I suppose a certain price must be paid for a caliber of work such as his.
I'll call his US office this afternoon and have a contract wired over.
Thank you, Gerda. Oh, do let me know if he's ever back in Paris. I really would love to meet him.
It's Gerda now, actually. Gerda Taro.
We bring you new information on a situation developing in Spain. A group of right-wing generals have declared a military coup against the democratically elected Republican government. The rebels have moved swiftly, taking most of southern Spain, including Seville, and are now attempting to take Barcelona and Madrid. In response to the uprising, the general population has taken up arms and barricaded the streets. It is our duty to inform you that at this point, a state of civil war exists in Spain.
This Francisco Franco, this little second-rate half-size Hitler.
Well, finally we have what we always wanted, an opportunity to fight.
Volunteering with the others?
No, but Robert Capa, he wants to take some photos.
It'll be dangerous. Aren't you afraid?
Well, fear is an excellent travel companion. It can save your life. Look down there. Look at them with their banners and their protests. Better dead than tied and bled. We must stand with them.
I want to come with you.
Well, of course. That's why I booked 2 tickets.
Give me a line. Red. Big as you have. In fact, leave the bottle.
No. We do not serve alcohol to women.
She is fresh, like me. If the fascists can shoot at her, you can serve her wine.
Apologies, senorita. I didn't realize. International press, always welcome. But you will have to excuse the cups. All of our glasses are broken and nobody's making any more. Everybody just make bones and words now.
It's okay, Paco. We are not refined.
Yeah, he's got a point. You bring your women to this war as if you're on vacation. Now you have to be fucking kidding getting them involved in this mess. If they want to help, they should work as nurses in the hospitals like those Negro women. Yeah, don't worry, darling. There are plenty of bandages that need trimming, huh?
Did we ask your opinion? Did I say anything about your girlfriend? Sat at home looking all pretty, making strawberry jam.
Was he who's fucking laughing when they put a bullet in her? When they fire at you? Because they hear her shrieking. Yeah, you will see. In situations like this, women are nothing but trouble.
If they put a bullet in me, that is my problem. She goes where I go. But of course, if her presence offends you, you know where the door is.
A couple of weeks later, that same soldier took shrapnel to the leg whilst his battalion was trying to blow up a train belonging to General Franco. A young English volunteer named Felicia Brown dragged him 25 yards to safety through heavy crossfire. She got him safe behind an embankment, only to turn around and be shot in the chest by a submachine gun. She was 32. A painter, and a woman. First British casualty of the war. Some men need a certain amount of proof before they can fall off their high horses. Some men never can.
Why, thank you, Mr. Capa, my hero.
First rule of dealing with Spanish men: offer them tobacco, leave their women alone.
Sun and olive trees. Strolling through plazas, yellow bullfighting posters. We listened to a speech of the miners' union and sat and drank wine given to us through a doorway. As the bell tower rung 7, we sat together in a hole that had been made by shrapnel. The heat distorted the horizon, making it undulate and shimmer. There was the tinkling of goats as they came home. Oh, it was beautiful. We had to struggle to remind ourselves that there was a war on. But then we heard that Franco had assassinated Garcia Lorca. That was the other side of Spain, the one that burnt books and screamed, "Down with intelligence, long live death," and shot its best poet at daybreak. We walked past skinny dogs and old women dressed in black, their faces chiseled by the strong winds, carrying baskets of figs they could no longer hope to sell. I saw bitter wisdom in their eyes. Perhaps the real price of war isn't in bodies littering the sides of the roads, but in the eyes of those old women, in the dog that limps along with the broken leg, in a wooden drawer, in a house that contains a small bundle wrapped in cloth, the dead body of a few months old baby girl in a white shirt with lace trimming. Her parents still waiting for the chance to bury her. No ruined scenery can ever be as devastating as the human story woven into it.
Do you ever think to yourself that it can all just end one day?
What? All this?
Yes. Well, I don't know. Everything.
You women are so complicated.
Why?
Well, some days you are like a little girl, and then other days I see you walking down the street with your hands in your pockets, your hips just sway.
Like watching my hips?
I could watch your hips forever. But I love all of you, not just your body. I love when you throw your head back and roar with laughter. I love when you make a huge meal and there is nobody who wants to eat it.
Oh, come on, I'm not that bad.
But I especially love when you are in Maria Eisner's office and you adopt a very serious tone and you say, "That Capa bastard has run off again with another actress. The Count d'Azur, damn him." Some days I do not like you at all.
Which days?
Well, when you start saying strange things about being a German or a Polish Jew or whatever you are, and you get this crease between your brows that gives you a long face and makes you look like Kierkegaard.
That awful, huh?
Worse than awful. Some hideous insect from hell. But I know how to make you beautiful again. We must get closer to the front.
I agree.
We have two choices from here. Toledo or Cordoba.
You choose.
The most important photo of his life was waiting for him in Cordoba, though Andre didn't know it. It was an image that would make him famous. A Hungarian boy from Pest who could never go back.
Cordoba then.
Stage 3. Progress.
In international news, the French and British governments have refused to supply arms to the Spanish Republican Army. Whilst Great Britain was never expected to assist, this comes as a heavy blow to the Popular Front not to find an ally in her French sister.
You must help the Spanish people. We need rifles and cannons. We have fascists at our borders. If we do not defeat them, they will very soon be at yours. Please, I urge you, do not turn your back on her.
You must set up your show.
I know, I have it.
No, but you have to get the framing.
Andre, I've got it. Just let me work.
Hey, you there? What is happening? Where is everybody going?
The CNT militia are coming to take the hill. They are attacking Cordoba. They have artillery.
Gerda, we must leave. It is too dangerous to stay.
You want to leave? Already? Well, this is what we came for.
No, we must go.
And who do you think you are? My father? My brother? My babysitter? What?
I just don't want anything to happen to you. It's not that I care. I just don't want to be without a manager.
Well, you'll have to get used to it.
Fine, you're on your own.
Oh, they told me I'd find you here.
Shim, you're here. Good. Maybe you can speak to her. She's being impossible.
Another fight? Yeah, don't worry. He'll be back.
How are you, Shim? Sorry, so good to see you.
Oh, enough already. Shall we go?
No one can choose what they remember. A man and a woman walk a tree-lined path, their camera over their shoulders, sharing cigarettes in the twilight. No one can know beforehand what will stick with us, what will fade, But perhaps there's a vague premonition, an omen, something we're not certain of. But it's vague. Many years later, this would be the image that David Seymour, Shim, to his friends, would remember before he was struck down by a sniper in Egypt. On November 10th, 1956, at a border crossing where he'd arrived with another photographer from France to cover the prisoner exchange in the Suez Canal while peace negotiations were underway. Death is always a tragic event, but Shim's was made even more so as it happened while he was covering a war that had already ended. Machine gun fire and everything collapsed. Shim found himself on the ground, vomiting blood, but before he died, he returned to this moment. The day he walked in the twilight with Gerda Taro, following a trail, smiling.
I can do it alone. I want to get closer. How do I get closer?
Do exactly as I do. Stay close behind me. Keep your eyes on the terrain. Keep looking for protective slopes. You have to hop along in stages. And never raise your camera to the sun when there are planes flying close by. It's a Gerda machine gun. Italian. It looks like a crossfire.
As the bullets began firing, the voice of my father under the hills, the voice in the ruins.
Yahweh, Elohim, Adonai, Roy.
Look, little trout! It's a shooting star! And it's yours.
It's still here. Even now. I think I'm going to be sick.
Didn't you want a photo? Well, here. Oh, now you have your damn photo.
What's all this about?
Ask him.
Stage 4, the major setback.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it. We were just fooling around, that's all. I was complaining that it was too quiet, that there was nothing interesting in photographs. So some of the men, they started running up and down the slope, looking like they were charging into battle. They said they wanted a picture of a glorious victory. That if I took that photo, it might come true. We were happy. For the first time in weeks. They must have gone up and down that slope a dozen times. They fired their rifles in the air and took their pictures.
And then?
We didn't realize that there was a machine gun on the slope opposite. We drew their attention, making so much noise.
You don't have to tell me.
No, you asked you all here. We started running. And one of the men, he tried to cover me and they just opened fire. So I took my camera out and raised it above my head and took his picture without even thinking. When he was on the ground, I didn't even know he was dead. And then they were looking at me. They were all looking at me because I killed him. I got him killed.
It wasn't you.
No. If I hadn't been there, if I hadn't distracted them, if I had been making them perform, none of this would have happened. I didn't even know who he was. You're right, this thing. It is a weapon.
Endre. That was the last time I called him Endre. Endre Friedmann went up a hill to take a soldier's photo. And only Robert Capa came back down.
Here, Gerda, come here. You must listen to the others. Learn from them.
I already know.
Oh, not enough. People die because they think they know all there is. There's always more to see. Look at this bullet and this one. What are their calibers?
Well, I don't know. They're just cases.
They are what will get you killed if you don't pay attention. Look at this woman.
She's wounded.
Not good enough. Look at her leg. Is it an entrance or an exit wound?
You
don't know.
No, I'm sorry.
We must always be better. Come, walk with me.
I can't see.
Come, I am here.
The fog, I can't see.
It doesn't matter. You must become a ghost, Gerda. Walk deeper into the water.
It's too high. It's up to my waist.
Hold your camera up. Don't drop it.
I'm scared, Papa. I'm scared.
No! You're not.
No, I'm not.
Listen. Train your ear. Do you hear that? Which direction is this? What do you hear?
Gunfire.
You're past that.
I hear men's voices. They're preparing a withdrawal.
Good. Now you know where you are.
Yes. I've gone north. I know where I've come from.
Yes. The little girl at school who all the other children laughed at because of her customs. The little girl in the white blouse and the plaid skirt, forbidden to touch coins on the Sabbath. Someone who deep down in her soul and with all her might hated being Jewish because it made her vulnerable.
I never hated it. I never hated you.
To you, being Jewish means a blue scarf speckled with snow in the doorway of a spice shop. It means your mother falling to her knees because someone had pushed her.
What's wrong with me? It hurts, Papa. It hurts.
You're going to be late. You're late.
For what?
You are late.
Plot twist. What next?
I went to Paris. I went back to Paris with Ruth.
Just like the old days, me and you.
I want it to be like the old days, just me and her.
More biscuits. I'm not hungry.
More wine? No, I'm not thirsty.
Andre's photo is everywhere. Front cover of, well, everything. Regards, Vu, Zaka Illustrator, Life of Weekly Illustrated. The photos you got was something else. How on earth did you cope? The same way they did.
Did you hate it?
I miss it.
I miss her.
I think I have to go back.
She did not look back.
Back to Spain. Kappa is still there on assignment.
You call him Kappa now.
She's not my Gerda anymore. She's Gerda Taro now. Ever since she come back from Barcelona, she's quiet, closed off, like something happened to her. Did it? She's always got her nose in some book.
What about that frightens you? I'm not frightened.
What about that frightens you?
I'm not frightened. But what if she no longer want me, Shin? What if she no longer need me? Even her photos are different now.
Different how?
Well, they're not like mine. She no longer needs my advice. I cannot live without her, Shin. But what if she learns to live without me?
Then go back. Find her. Go back to Paris.
Well, my photos might be the only thing that get the powers in the West to back the Republican government. Well, Madrid still stands. A cause without images is not only a forgotten one, it is a lost one.
Hitler and Mussolini have recognized Franco as the Spanish head of state. The war is lost.
Fuck those pigs.
Well, of course I'm proud of him. I mean, of course I am. This whole Robert Capa business was my idea in the first place, but some of my best photographs have been published in the papers, and they gave him the credit.
Which makes you uneasy.
Nobody. I'm nobody. That's what he said last year, that night on the balcony. Seems like 1,000 years ago. And now, the nobody is me. I don't exist. I have to go back. You don't understand what it's like to have your back up against the slope of the ditch, swearing in Aramaic at those fascist sons of bitches and their mothers. That silence after the howitzers has stopped, that cuts through the bones, the smell of the earth, the certainty that only that moment matters. And afterward, go into a bar on the Grand Via for the most delicious coffee with cream you've ever had in your life. Served in a tall, frozen glass. War and confectionery. Paris is just a place where I was happy, and it's too small for me now. The only world that matters is the other side of the Pyrenees.
You've always been like this.
Take the first train, make a quick decision. It's here or there, it's black or white, choose. I didn't choose what happened in Leipzig. I didn't choose to come to Paris. I didn't choose to abandon my family, my brothers. I didn't choose to fall in love. Nor did I even choose to become a photographer. I chose nothing. Whatever came my way, I just dealt with it as best I could. My script was written by others. And I have this sense of always having lived in someone else's shadow. First Georg, and then Bob, and it's time for me to take the reins of my own life. I may not be as good a photographer as he is, but when I focus and I calculate the distance and I press the shutter, I know it's my vision that I'm defending, and no one in the world, not Capa, not Shem, not my father, no one could ever photograph what I see.
Sounds like you're a little upset with him.
I'm not upset. I'm just tired.
Oh, come, Gerda, look at the time. You'll be late.
The way I see the world, I inherited from you. The tangible line back to our ancestors. You raised me on the stories.
Abraham, Isaac, Sarah, Jacob.
I don't want to die without a name.
You have a name already.
Over the last few months, I have traveled this country, soaking up everything it has to offer. I've seen a sacrificed and broken people, women with strange and tragic visions, and men with a sense of humor. This country, it's so mysterious, so theirs, so ours. I've seen it soften and crumple during an attack and rise again the next day with freshly formed scars.
I did not think you would become a nurse.
You're late
For what?
for everything.
Nina, loving a man is more work than blowing up a train.
Will you read me?
I do not do that anymore.
Oh, please. For me.
Endre.
What do you see, Camilla?
Your girl is a reasonable one. Hungarian, but watch out for her bites. She will be a good wife. You can get her to stay on course.
Por los cojones.
And what of her future? Will you tell us nothing?
Nada.
Oh, please, say whatever you wish. I don't believe in things like this, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, what do you believe in then, girl?
My ideas? Go on. Tell me what you saw. I'd like to know.
Nada. I saw nothing, little one.
It is just silliness, and she is playing for coin. Ignore her.
If I offered you my life, you would reject it, right? I have never loved anyone as much. Marry me.
Months ago, if you'd asked
No,
me then...
I'm asking now.
If you clip a lark's wings, it will be yours. But then it couldn't fly.
What do you love about it? Is its flight?
What?
I'm sorry.
No, you need not say anything.
Come on, dreamer. Come on, dear. The night belongs to you. Come on, dreamer. Come on, dear. You
They've asked me to cover a job in Paris. It's very important. I love you. Take care of her, she.
There are some people who weren't born to accept things as they are. People who lose themselves in a world that never lived up to their standards. Who face the world head on, fighting it in their own way, the best way they know how, against hunger, against fear, against war. Stage 5. The final push.
That final night I dreamt of Capa. I dreamt that we were walking through a market in Paris early in the morning, when the war had not yet begun. And I still wanted to be like you. And Capa, he carries Captain Flint on his shoulder. I dreamt like my life depended on it. Maybe it did. June 25th, 1937. Sunday. When I think about all the extraordinary people that have been killed in this war, it seems that one way or another, it's unfair to remain alive.
I want those photos, Shim. Whatever it takes. I can't carry both the IMO and the Leica, Shim. I need you to help me. I got hold of the car. Oh, come on, Shim. Please say yes, just this once. Tomorrow I'm going back to Paris. For good. This is my last day and I still don't have it.
Have what?
Oh, the photo that will turn the tide. The one that will make my name.
You have it! I do not know a man capable of saying no to you, Gerda Taro. I would give you the moon, if you ask me.
Well, then you're lucky, because today I only need you to carry things. Come on, it's time. We don't want to be late.
Oh, this place is going to be a living hell in 5 minutes.
He was only off by 30 seconds.
Oh, we have to get out of here! They're going to sear us! Get down!
If we get out of this, I'll have something to show the non-intervention committee. These are the best photos of my life!
Forget about that! We have to get out of here before they blow us to pieces! There's no way out! We're trapped!
Today the world ended, that's what it sounded like.
Where's everyone? They're fleeing! Don't they know? Franco will shoot them in the back. They won't make it! Why are they all running away? They can't! Franco will gun them down like rabbits. We have to stop them! Don't you see that the planes are killing them as they run?
We will die if we go out there. There's nothing we can do. We have to go back. Oh God! Oh Jesus, please!
Elohim! Adonai! Roy! Where's mir? Ihr Stocktuches! You shriveled schmandering schmutz! What kind of a shanda for the guy is this? Schlumps! The Mesamashi up there to the next son of an Afghan that takes another step toward the motorway, I swear you'll be getting a lot in your cough from me! Never mind those motherless fascist bastards! You should be more scared of me right now, because I'm the bitch with the gun! And you will listen to me because I'm gonna fucking terror, damn it! And you will fight! Fight for your fathers and your mothers! Fight for your gods and the song of your lambs! For the breath of your children and the voices from your ruins, even though you are scared, even though you may lose, even though it may cost you everything, you must stand! So stand with me, brothers, and fight! Please! Go, go, go! We did it! I can't believe we did it!
Are you happy? You should be. You are
Impetuous, enraged, implacable.
You were amazing.
You were my daughter.
You were Garbo.
I was Gerda Taro.
I can't believe you got them all to regroup and not a scratch on you.
When we get back to Madrid, I'm going to have the longest shower in history. Seriously, I intend to spend the rest of my life as an aquatic being, only coming to the service for cake and gin.
Oh, you were incredible. You must have some luck.
Oh, it's not luck, you see. For the longest time, ever since I can remember, I've had a star. And it's right there, always above me.
Really? Where?
Don't you see it? It's right there.
Don't stop, little trout. You're almost there. I'm timing you. You're so close now.
Is she alright?
Yes, yes. And very soon you two will be all right. Dr. Douglas Jolly's going to operate on you. He's our best surgeon. I know. I'm sorry. We ran out of anesthetic weeks ago.
What about the operation?
You shall have to be brave.
I'm scared.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. It'll be nice to have my camera.
It's time now. Gerda, remember, show no fear. Crying is prohibited in this house.
Come on, little trout. We have to get the poppy cake. Father is waiting. And you're going to be late.
Look at them. 2 by 2, 3 by 3, falling like salt. Those stars.
That one. That one's saying hello from heaven. A star is like a memory. You never know if it's something you've saved or something you've lost.
Yeah. Can we open the window? I need Yes. That's so much better, thank you.
Your pulse rate is too low. Gerda, can you hear me?
I wish you were here. Things were always better. You always knew how to make things better.
If I were to die in this moment now, I would not miss a thing.
This lump in the center of your neck, I've always loved it. I want to rest my forehead there. Oh, I'm so tired.
Just a little further, little trout.
You are almost there.
It's time now. Look what I found for you. It's going to be all right now. All right. You did so well. All better now. Just a little further.
Almost like hunting.
Move your hand. Hump your fist. It will work quicker. It's all going to be over soon.
You look like her, you know. Who? Garbo. You look like Greta Garbo.
Come, Gerda, walk. You can do it.
Have they found my camera yet? No. Too bad. It was new.
Gerda, look at the time. Double pose, loop them through.
Where am I?
Where do you want to be?
With him.
Are you sure we can only do this one?
At the end, or in the future, whatever comes next, I want to see him. I want to see Robert Capa. I want to see Endre!
Hello, him! Then walk with me.
Morphine is life's moment reduced to an intangible point, lost in infinity. The sensation of floating, swimming, against a current pushing just a little further. Take the first train, this or that, dead or alive, make a choice. Perhaps we'll always be at this point, without ever really abandoning each other.
You.
Yes. Hello. You look terrible.
You're haunting me now. I've missed you.
Where are you? Where is this?
Doi Pan, outside Hanoi. I am on assignment. Well, Capa is. Andre is just along for the ride. Oh, Gerda. My Gerda, I have not seen you for 20 years? I would hug you, but I have just now stepped on this bastard landmine.
What happens if you move?
Well, imagine a very loud bang, and then the world loses its second greatest photographer.
Second.
Oh, we already lost you. You all did. I did. When they tell me you die, I hit a wall. I broke all my knuckles.
I'm sorry.
When they carried you to Ross station, they played Chopin. I told them you would have hated it, but I was drunk. They didn't listen.
A song in the solitude of ruin. The voice of a ship's siren calling to me. I always thought it was lighting me up, ratting me out, all my shame, but I see now it was calling me home.
You know your brothers, they beat me. Carl, he has a good right arm. They blame me for your death, which is lucky. They blame the same person they did. Cause and effect.
You let them hit you?
I let them beat the shit out of me. First time Carl hit me in the face, I grenaded him, offered him his second go.
And what did he do?
He kicked me in the balls. I should not have left you. Not that day, not ever. And there is not a day that goes by where I do not wish you had been me there instead of you. Guilt is a heavy thing. I always struggled with it, living without you.
But, like a boxer on the ropes, knocked out, you came to, woke up, found something and fought back. You are Robert Capa. You sound like a famous.
Found the camera. Returned to the war.
Why?
Well, I no longer knew any other way to live. Besides, you did not leave me many options. I went back to Spain. I saw the final defeat. Then years later, the beaches at Normandy with the 116th. First wave. You see that? And then to Jerusalem. The paths of the dead. The Declaration of Independence. And the Vietnamese prisons along the Mekong Delta. Always more tired. Always less innocent. I thought about you every night. Even when I bed other women. You know, I even fucked Ingrid Bergman for a while, but she wasn't...
Wasn't what?
She wasn't you.
Let down Robert Capa!
Oh, come now, come. You are a ghost, and ghosts do not cry. Tell me, what can you see, huh? With your ghost sight. Can you tell me my future? Read my palm like Camilla used to? Say, what happens if I step off this thing?
I can see that your liver's about to give up. I can see that you've spent the last 15 years destroying it. Drinking until you were numb, doing the impossible so that you get yourself killed!
Because I was tired. Tired of living without you. So my liver really is no good, huh? Maybe this landmine is doing me a favor then. Are you ready?
For what? No. No, please, please, just a little
I
longer,
have been ready
please
for
don't.
10 years. I want you to do one thing for me. Everything that lives, or ever has, is just a flash in the firmament. Because time, what we think of as time, does not really exist. We are just a snapshot. Flash in the darkness. How you say, a handful of salt. 2 by 2, 3 by 3. Fleeting, but somehow infinite. So, Gerda Taro. Gerda Taro. I would like you to take my photo. One shot, and I step off my new friend here. One click and it's done.
I don't want to. I'm scared.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
Just a little further, little trout. You are almost there.